Yeah, I mean, I'm no stranger to being in this superhero world to varying degrees of success, so there's no reason for me to ever want to do one again unless it left a lasting mark or did something completely radical and different. And that was this. That was Deadpool. But also, I've been attached to Deadpool for 11 years. I've been trying to get it made for 11 years, and uh, you know, to be sitting here like this really proves that dreams can come true every once in a while, and sometimes the long game pays off. So I feel pretty lucky that I get to make Deadpool. I think what attracted me to it was that it just Deadpool occupies a space in the comic book universe that no other character could or would occupy, um, and therein lies the hook. You know, it's just that the fact that he gets to sort of anything is possible. Deadpool, he can say or do anything, and you know that's just amazing. Particularly in a world where we're so saturated with superheroes that. You know, for one to come along that's a little bit meta and one that knows he's a superhero, knows he's in a comic book movie, and you know, does some of those things is pretty special, I think. So. Well, Deadpool was I guess a comic book that was created 25 years ago, and you know he's kind of evolved over the years. He didn't start out this way, but one of the staples of Deadpool is fourth wall breaking. He addresses the audience directly, and you know he's in terms of his sort of evolution though he's a mercenary. He's like a Canadian mercenary who gets cancer and he goes into the Weapon X program, which is the same program that gave Wolverine his healing ability. And so Deadpool is imbued with this very same healing ability that Wolverine has, except Deadpool's just a wildly sarcastic wild card who kind of undercuts everything he does with absurd comedy. So he's very, very violent, but also very, very funny. So there's something there's a strange beauty in that marriage that these two qualities have. So, but he is in the X-Men universe, which is I think kind of interesting and fun because he does get to interact with some of the X-Men, and it's always fun to see Deadpool interacting with sort of straight-laced X-Men every once in a while. So. Well, when we got the green light for the movie, my first call was to Bill Corso, who's an Oscar-winning makeup artist who I've known for years and admired, and he I just needed him to design the look. So he was a big get for us right off the bat. He was up for it and ready to go, and so he designed it, and we tried a bunch of things. I mean, I spent, if you were to add it all up, the aggregate is days, maybe a week in a makeup chair just experimenting with stuff. So we tried it on the farthest end of the spectrum and then the lightest, and we ended up somewhere right in the middle, which I think is actually just exactly in the canon of the comic books, which is, you know, if you look at the Deadpool without the mask on in the comics, I look almost identical in the film. Well, I started an improv comedy. I'm no stranger to sort of large, grandiose, over-the-top type comedy, and I love it. So, yeah, we did a lot of R&D, a lot of research and development with the character, and with the costume in particular is just was the hardest part. So I grabbed a camera before we started shooting, and I filmed myself just moving in the costume and doing scenes and talking and moving, and just seeing how big I had to go. And what we found was we were shocked that so much expression comes through the mask and comes through the suit, more so than we ever imagined. So we actually ended up taking some scenes where I was supposed to take the mask off, and we actually just left it on in some of the scenes because it was working so well. So. Yeah, I mean, tonally, the movie's a tightrope walk. It always has been. That was the challenge of it. I think that was why it was so hard to get made. And the fact that we were able to pull that off successfully, have a love story, have you know an intense action movie, and have a a movie that is absolutely hilarious is pretty tough. You know, but that's a ton of people coming together to make something really special, and a ton of people really believing in Deadpool, and you know, and I couldn't be more proud of it.